23.5 million people aged 12 or older needed treatment for an illicit drug or alcohol abuse problem in 2009. Only 2.6 million of those people who needed treatment actually received it at a special facility. I found that on the National Institute on Drug Abuse page, or also drugabuse.gov. Today I'm going to be talking about my drug addiction, my experience, my consequences with my addiction, and then what led me to my life today, drug and alcohol free. My addiction, I started out like most drug addicts with the gateway drug, marijuana, and drinking. Most important, it was more of a social acceptance for me. I was hanging around people that I thought were cool. I wanted to fit in. I didn't have many friends growing up, so I wanted to be kind of the life of the party. I was always the comedian type. So when I did drugs, I made people laugh and I had fun. And to me, it was just a big fun event. And then I hung around with other people that did other drugs and I started experimenting. I did almost every drug out there, except for today's new drugs, the bath salts and stuff like that. Never did heroin, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't make me less of a drug addict. Methamphetamine was my drug of choice. Used that really young age and got hooked on that. I was using that every day. And for someone that's 14, 15 years old, their allowance just doesn't pay for drugs like my use was. So like me, I started selling drugs and thought I would drop out of school to become a drug dealer because I made good money, so I thought. And that was pretty much my experience. To me, it was as much as I can get, and the best stuff in town. That's what I wanted, and I wanted to have a name for myself. When I came in a room, I wanted people to know who I was. I kind of wanted to be top dog, is what most people would look at it in that society. Sadly, did I learn out some other things along the lines of being that top dog, which lead me to my consequences. In and out of jail. You get busted, you pay for an attorney, and that takes up a lot of your money. And in and out of jail for me was a big thing, just because I felt comfortable being in jail. It wasn't a threat for me. I tell people today, consequences are easy. It's getting sober that's the hard thing, because you got to actually be a responsible, productive member of society. Consequences for me were mostly losing trust from everybody, from my family, losing family members. I had some family that stuck by me. I got some addicts in my family, but I lost everything many a times. I go to jail, I lose it all, I get out, do it again. And I'd been to treatment 8 times, which leads to my turning point, kind of when I got busted in 2012 with first degree possession of methamphetamine, and I was selling drugs, and I was didn't do nothing. Had lost a really good job that I had. I was making good money and legal money. I was a taxpayer actually, and when my addiction took over, my addiction was always there, but it just overpowered everything around me, and it costed me my job, which was another big consequence. I lost a lot of people in my life because everybody that was around me, I screwed them over somehow due to my addiction, which leads me to my life today. After I got busted, I went to treatment again, which for me, I thought 10 treatments, 9 treatments, whatever. What's the treatment going to do for me? I already know how to get sober. I just didn't want to, is what I thought. But I went to treatment, and it was pretty intense. I stayed in there for 6 months, and I didn't answer a cell phone call the whole time I was there. I have my cell phone in treatment, which most people did, and I had every thought going to treatment that I was still going to sell drugs across the street at Walgreens. that's just the way I thought. It was, not right thinking for somebody that's normal. So I complied with the treatment program and I got my life together. I got some things going for me, but most important is I stayed connected with society of the recovery world. I chair a NA meeting every week faithfully. I go there every week. I go to a men's group because before, when I was in the program, in and out, I was always in it for the wrong reason. I always wanted to do it to benefit somebody else, or it was never to actually improve something in my life. Today it is. People in recovery trust me. People in recovery actually look up to me. Never in my life have I had that, but today it feels good to know that people can call me for support, and I'm actually a man of integrity today. My life clean and sober is better than my best day high. I went and traded for the world. I've been sober since April 3rd, 2012. It's a pretty bad week of my life, but I got clean and sober, and for me, I know who I was, and if I can do it, I know anybody can. Which Albert Einstein said, try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. I really like that. Today I talked about my addiction, my experience, the consequences and turning point of my addiction, and then my life today, drug and alcohol free. Thank you.